Hello everyone, 66 Games here. Today we have a list of things that we're going to need to do in order to unlock the drones. We're going to have to start production of crystal oscillators and the radio control units, and then to finish the AI limiters and the adaptive control units. Now I have already started the AI limiters, and in that I mean we have the buildings laid down, but we don't have anything hooked up. And as far as the adaptive control units, I believe most of it is hooked up. We just don't have an output. And as far as input, we only have, wiring. So we're going to need circuit board, heavy modular frame, and computers all hooked up as well. And then for the other two items, we're basically going to have to start those from scratch. I don't have anything, buildings, or nothing. So for crystal oscillators and radio control units, we're going to go here and here. And I'm going to have something similar to this. Alright, well, I didn't quite get everything done. See, when you're laying like 3,000 of these conveyor belts, you run out of the encased industrial beams, and those take a little while to make. But we head on over to our checklist over here. I did finish everything except for the radio control units. And there was also another thing that I needed to do that I didn't even realize I had. Besides the adaptive control units and the AI limiters, I had another product that I hadn't even begun to hook up. So the only thing that we have left are these radio control units. We're going to leave that. But while my industrial beams are having a chance to build up, I thought I would do a little bit of research over here in the MOM and see what we can knock out between what I already have in my inventory and what I have laying around. I had done a couple hard drives just to unlock the any extra recipes. So they have some good ones, like the alternate Caterium wire. You get regular wires out of the Caterium, which is pretty useful. And then this other one, the diluted fuel, this is a really useful one because it gives you another use for your heavy oil residue. And you can straight up just turn it right back into fuel, burn it for power. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And before we get any more of these going, I wanted to see if I did have any other stuff. So I need hatchers and stingers before we can get any more of this stuff. We can get stun rebars. We're going to need 50 of these. I wish there was a way to mark these down somewhere without having to, actually write it down myself. But we need 50 of the high-speed connectors. Oops, just exited out of that. Before we can do Power Pole Mark III. And those are nice because it gives you more connection points. So you get 10 connection points for each pole. We have the switch. We're going to need the limiters, which we do have those being made. We have a smart splitter. Again, we're going to need more limiters. High-speed connectors. We have all of that made. We do not have the rifle yet. Geothermal generator. We do not have whatever. I mean, we have to research supercomputers first. That's what that is. And then programmable splitters, again, supercomputers. So we're not quite there yet, but we do have all of this stuff currently being produced in the factory. We need residual plastic to get this fabric. I'm not really too concerned about that. The gas obelisk just creates a poison cloud, which, I don't know. It's not really that interesting to me. And then we have the medicinal inhaler, again, not that interesting. I'll probably just knock all of this stuff out just to get 100% eventually, but it's not that interesting. See, generates a powerful shockwave. Damage does like no damage. And then let's see what else we have. The scannable object for the hard drive. Now this I definitely want. We're going to need 100 of the crystal oscillators. We're going to need a couple more motors and the object scanners. So I will run over really quickly I have crystal oscillators being made. That was one of the new things that I did actually finish setting up. We have the crystal oscillators being made in this factory, and then they're being brought over here, I believe. So that is what I was waiting on. I ran out of materials to finish hooking all of that up. So the crystal oscillators will still be over here, but they are feeding the line down here. So there's not going to be any in here, unfortunately. Not going to be able to do that right now. So again, looks like I'm going to be waiting on things to just build. You know, that's one of the things with this game, is you just have to kind of sit around and wait for stuff to be constructed. So I don't want to go exploring until I can scan for the hard drives. But once I'm able to scan for the hard drives, I'll be able to do quite a bit of exploring, go and pick up all of the hard drives that are just kind of laying around. Where were we? Quartz. And then more crystal oscillators for the radar tower. But for sulfur, we get explosive shots for our rebar gun, cluster obelisk, which I guess is like a cluster bomb. Says it's good for clearing out vegetation and other inconveniences. Nuclear deterrent. I am interested in that. Ensure all fix-it property is clear of the blast zone before detonation. Yeah, I can't wait to get those. We're going to need encased uranium cells before we're going to be able to play with nukes. But we will be playing with nukes one day. And then the rifle, of course. I'm not really fighting with the enemies on the planet. It's not the kind of game that I want to play when I'm playing Satisfactory. I've got plenty of games where I can go around shooting stuff all day long. But we will unlock this so that we can get the last of the inventory slots. So I'm going to need more motors, and what was that? The smokeless powder. So that is something that I do have. I haven't really shown too much of, but I did go ahead and make a room for jet fuel, you know, to keep my jetpack fueled up. This is just feeding into there so that the oil doesn't back up. So yeah, we have turbo fuel, and I think over here we have the canisters. So no, we do not have the powder there. The powder must be here. There we go, black powder. And actually, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I had a whole bunch of this black powder sitting over there by the man, but that's okay because I needed motors as well. And really, I'm just killing time until all that other stuff is done being built, and then I can finish getting all the things hooked up. And then after about another hour or so, I should have everything I need for jetpacks. But that will be on my own time. I'm going to grab all of these motors while I'm here, because I believe that research required 100, and I have something else requiring motors as well. Alright, let's see now. Back to the sulfur. Oh, no, wait. This is smokeless powder. This is something different. I don't even have this being made yet. I need to mix the purple fuel with that. Okay. Well, I'll set that up and I'll be right back. Well, we've got the smokeless black powder being created, so we can start unlocking some of these things. We're going to start with the rifle and then move back to this stuff, the deuterium, because we did pick up some of those items we need. Of course, now we need the steel tubes for that one. We've got enough for this power switch. And we need some more computers. We can do this power switch. But oh, wait, we can do the smart splitter as well. Alright. I think there was something under quartz, wasn't there? Yeah, we're going to need more of the bombs, and I do have a bomb factory, so I can get those. And need a bunch of stuff for that one. What about the scannable hard drive? Yeah, we're still going to need a whole lot of crystal oscillators for that one. So I am going to check the room that used to be designated for our nature viewing. Oops, wrong screen. Has been converted into smokeless black powder room. So what did we need? 200 of these total? That's 142 we have now. I have not hooked up the this line down here yet, because again, I am completely out of encased industrial beam, so I'm gonna have to just leave this game running for half hour or so and let those build up. But I do want to see if I can at least get the crystal oscillators that I need, because then I can go exploring for a couple hours and just leave everything running. And we were going to need, what was it, 100 of those? Whoa! Autosave, jetpack, jump. Yeah, and those are being produced at 1 per minute currently. So, yeah, like I said, it's probably going to be about an hour or so. I'm going to have to just leave this running, and then I'll be able to come back and we'll be able to knock out the last of these couple things of research, and then see where we're going to go from there. So I'm just killing time, and I'm out here just to the north of my base, just exploring and looking for slugs to speed up the crystal oscillators. And I found this. It looks pretty cool. It's like a mushroom circle with like this rock statue guarding it, and inside is one of those funny little spheres, or summer sloop whips, that aren't really useful yet, but I still thought it was pretty cool. It just caught my eye because of the mushroom things. And that rock guy is pretty cool too. Alright, we finally have everything we need for the scannable object hard drive. Go ahead and get that researched. And I'm going to start working on more of these hard drives in the meantime. I've got a few more of them in here for the next episode, or the next time that I'm here with Satisfactory. I'm going to be doing a whole lot of exploring and just letting things build up, because I have everything hooked up for the drones. We just need to wait for these radio control units to be built, and to be honest, that's going to take quite a while. All the other stuff I have either right here or pretty much ready to go. Motors, we just need another 150. That's really not a big deal at all. We need a couple more of these aluminum sheets, but really it's going to be those radio control units. So for the next couple hours or so, I'm just going to be running around and exploring, and I'll probably go ahead and go do that live. So for anyone who's interested in watching that, join me next time. For everyone else, appreciate y'all for watching, and I hope to see you next time.